We're now in the lower ground plant room with the bore system. Can you tell us a little bit about what the bore system does?
Yes, it's interesting actually. When you look at here, we've got some very large pumps here, and these pumps are part of the bore water network system, which draws water from deep below the ground and distributes it into some very large tanks at the back here. Now the reason they do that is that the water under the ground, once you get to a depth, is around about 17 to 18 degrees, and that's a really ideal temperature because when you bring it up, you can actually use that water to pre-cool the air outside. And if it's 35, 40 degrees outside, it can cool that air down just a few degrees. And similarly in winter time, when it's 6, 7 degrees outside, it can actually provide some preheating as well. In addition to that, the water is also used for flushing some of the toilets within the building as well. So it reduces the amount of potable water that's been taken from the mains. And this water, as you can see, comes out of these tanks and then is pumped back and through these large pipes to the rest of the campus, the lower level campus. And over in the corner there, we also have some smaller pumps and heat exchangers, which takes water from the same tanks and pumps it into this building to serve the plant on this building.
So can you tell us a little bit about how the bore water gets to the air conditioning units?
Yeah, sure, Angela. Well, behind this wall, as we said earlier, is where the bore water is. Now that bore water actually contains a lot of impurities and particulates, which we don't particularly want to put into the building, into the cooling coils of all the air handling units. So what we do, we pass it through a heat exchanger, and this is a heat exchanger here. What happens is the bore water is pumped from the tank, and it comes down through into this side of the heat exchanger, and then the water then comes back out and then into the tank. At the same time, another pump pumps water from the air handling units on the other side of the heat exchanger, and then out, and then back to the air handling unit. So in this heat exchanger here, there are two plates, and the bore water passes one side, the clean cooling water passes the other side, and the heat transfer is between the two plates at the same time. In that way, the two water types don't mix, and so you still get clean water up to the air handling units.